Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today let's discuss NIO stock and dissect what had transpired this week in terms of both price action and go over some fundamental developments that had caused the stock to go up about 8% on the week this week. And let's do some technical analysis to find out the key price points and predict where the price is headed in the near term. If you're new to this channel, please feel free to subscribe, like and share this video if you felt it was helpful in any way. Without any further delay, let's go into the video. So we had a very exciting week with earnings and stock gapping down after reporting earnings and miraculously rallying back up post that and continuing green for the past 3 days. And today's session, the Friday session, being the best trading session in the last 2 months, up 8.37% today. Okay, so before looking at the technicals, let me quickly brief the key points in terms of news and investor sentiment. All right, let me pull up the article I'm referring to for the consumer stats. You can go ahead and find this article from Motley Fool, but to summarize this, investors are back into the Chinese stocks with consumer prices lower than the expectations and producer inflation at 18-month low, with this month being the lowest level since 2021, Feb 2021. Okay, also with the new models being launched for an investor, this could turn out to be a good news with positive economic data. I think that is one of the reasons that had caused the stock to go up, even though NIO had reported increasing losses in its second quarter earnings this week, but this had certainly had some form of impact along with the market in general pushing higher. Okay, so let's look at the technical side of things to see if we can find any signs for this momentum to continue to the upside. All right, let's start from the weekly chart. First, let's draw the support line that we have seen recently. Okay, so around at 1640, 1650, we have bounced this week, and also we see some bounces back then as well. If you zoom out, that price point has a very significant value. Here, let me draw a couple of drawings. Okay, so here that price had acted as resistance and then it became support. So this definitely had significance back in 2020, and bulls do note that, so that's why it had clearly bounced and the momentum to the upside. Okay, and if you draw the resistance line as well on the weekly, while we are on the weekly, see this. Okay, so this again clearly bears have shown that there is some strength to push it down, and multiple times we have seen that, and that back in 2020 again acted as support. So support turning to resistance, resistance turning into support is quite that happens quite often. And here if you see this particular price point, the $25 price point, very key, because this is a 3-bar pattern. When it moved to the upside, a long green candle and a short consolidation candle, and then that high is being broken by the next candle, especially on the weekly, has so much value and strength, and that can be seen here in the price action, which it pushed so far up, right? So again, these two are the key price points that you want to see, and this range is a key range for the stock to make it or break it kind of scenario. Also, if you notice here, we have a clear trend that we are going down. So we have a clear downtrend. With the past 5 weeks, we were not able to break the previous week's high. Okay, so in this week we could not break the previous week, and next week and next week and next week, until this week we see a green here without much of a wick. But if you see the past weeks, we see a long wick up top, okay, which signifies the sellers being there. Now this week we bounced off of the support at 1650, and now we are moving forward. What I would like for the bulls to do next week is to break this week's high. Okay, that will signal a clear buy signal and change of trend as well. So if you see, not only the break should happen, if we can also break this level, this trend, and move forward, we have a huge move to the upside until $25. And because of this being a strong signal, and also the economic data suggesting that the investors are coming back in, we may actually see the push above this mark as well, around $25. This break will definitely have the shorts cover, and we may actually see some form of move back into this area as well. So this is a very key week for NIO. You want to keep an eye on it. If this breaks, we are definitely going back to 25s, and even more if that breaks. All right, so let's just try to see if there is anything going on the hourly. There is clearly again some form of selling here, but if the buyers can hold this level on the hourly, so this could also be a very good thing in next week. If we can just hold that level, or even let's say this, and or take this as support, if we can hold that and break this 1960s high, which was a gap fill from the days back, we have filled the gap, and if we can hold this level and move forward and break the trend, we definitely have a huge price to make here on NIO. Okay, so I think that's all for today's video. That's all I have to share. If you're long in NIO, these are the key levels that you want it to break, and if any of this fails, again you may actually go back to find these lows around here. Okay, so just keep an eye out and have this in your watch list for the next week, because something crazy might happen. Any of these breaks happen. All right, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. If any of this was helpful for you in any way, please like and share, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.